Welcome to Laugh Lounge UK presents Silly Laws. Buckle up because today we're diving into the daftest, most ridiculous laws around the world. Yeah, you heard that right. These are real laws, mate. Laws so ridiculous you'll wonder if someone spiked the water cooler at City Hall. But hey, at least they're good for a laugh, right? Like don't flush your toilet after 10 p.m. in Switzerland. So sit back, grab a biscuit and get ready for a wild ride. This is going to be fun. First up, we're popping across the pond to good old Blighty. Seems like you can't strut into Parliament in full armour. Can you imagine? Talk about awkward, clanking down the halls, tripping over chairs. I'd pay to see that, wouldn't you? Next up, we're heading over to Switzerland, land of stunning mountains, delicious chocolates, and really strict bathroom rules. Yeah, you heard me right. In Switzerland, it's illegal to flush your toilet after 10 p.m. No, mate, everyone knows you just had a dodgy piece of chocolate at 3 a.m. Apparently the Swiss are really serious about their noise regulations. And hey, I get it. Nobody likes a noisy neighbour. But come on, not flushing the toilet. What are they supposed to do? Hold it in all night? I tell you what, forget the Swiss flag. They should invent a Swiss bladder. Next up, we're headed to Italy, land of pizza, pasta and mandatory smiles. Yeah, you heard that right. In Milan, it's against the law to frown. Imagine getting fined for looking glum. Don't want to scare away the tourists. At least they're following the law, right? We're heading to Japan, the land of the rising sun. Staying trim is a big deal here. They even have a law called the Metabo law. Employers can measure your waistline if you're over 40, exceed the limits. No happy sushi buffet for you. You could be sent to diet classes and exercise programs. This takes it to a whole new level. Next up, let's hop on over to Canada, huh? Land of maple syrup, politeness, and a deep-seated hatred for pennies. They got rid of the penny a few years back, thought it was too much hassle. So they did away with the penny, but kept the law making it illegal to pay entirely in pennies. Imagine the queue if you tried paying with a bucket of pennies. All right, France, we get it. You love your history. You've got the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, those fancy little pastries. But come on, you can't name a pig Napoleon. I mean, it's a pig. It's not like it's going to start wearing a little hat and demanding to be called emperor. Your Honour, the prosecution presents Exhibit A, this little piggy. We allege he responds to the name Napoleon. Honestly, can you imagine a judge having to take that seriously? And what about the pig? They're probably thinking, I just wanted a snack. Why am I being dragged into court? This whole thing is ridiculous. It's a pig, not a political statement. Get a grip, France. Welcome to Thailand, the land of smiles and surprising currency laws. You could be arrested for stepping on their money. This takes respect to a whole new level. It's quite a lot to take in, isn't it? Singapore, Singapore, Singapore. You're a modern marvel, but chewing gum is completely banned. It's to keep the streets clean. Pavements covered in grey, flat gum. Seems a bit extreme, doesn't it? We found traces of mint, sir. You're nicked. Next up is Denmark, the land of the Little Mermaid, and strict baby naming committees. You can't call your kid whatever you want. They've got a list of approved names, protecting kids from names like spatula. Just dreadful. Next up, we have South Korea, known for K-pop, kimchi, and a superstition about red ink. Writing someone's name in red ink can cause quite a stir. It's believed to bring bad luck, even death. Maybe it should be reserved for grading those awful history essays. Maybe there's something to this red ink superstition after all. Next up, we're heading down under to Australia, land of kangaroos, koalas, and electricians changing light bulbs. You need a license to change a light bulb. It's all about safety. Change one without a license, you're a criminal. All right, next up, Germany, land of the Bratwurst, David Hasselhoff fandom, and strict rules about running out of petrol. On the Autobahn, running out of fuel is a big no-no. Pull over at the next petrol station instead of pushing your luck. So if you're planning a German road trip, keep your tank topped up. Now we're off to Scotland, land of kilts, bagpipes and hospitable bladders. It's the law to let a stranger use your loo. Any door could be your next porcelain throne. Let's head over to the good old US of A, and where else but Florida, the Sunshine State, home to Disney World and alligators. Believe it or not, in Florida, if you tie your pet elephant to a parking meter, you have to pay the fee. Did they have a sudden influx of elephants parking illegally? It's Florida, anything's possible. Next up, Portugal, land of beaches, sunshine, Cristiano Ronaldo. Don't do as the dolphins do, because peeing in the ocean is a no-no. Maybe focus on more pressing issues. Next, we're off to the Vatican City, where bikinis are a rare sight. They've made it official. No skimpy swimwear allowed. You'd think the Pope has bigger issues like world peace or poverty. But no, midriff is too much for the holy rollers. Imagine the meetings they had about this. Your Holiness, tourists flaunting their ankles? Let's head to Greece, the land of ancient wonders and a surprising ban on stiletto heels. Better pack your flats because high heels are strictly forbidden. We wouldn't want tourists damaging the Acropolis. Right, so we're in Malaysia now. Beautiful place, lovely people. But don't even think about packing a yellow t-shirt, yeah? Seriously. They banned the colour yellow in 2011. Apparently, it had something to do with a political group. Imagine getting arrested for wearing a banana costume. It'd be like a Monty Python sketch, wouldn't it? Bunch of bobbies chasing after you, shouting, "Oi, you're nicked sunshine!" And you'd be standing there, all innocent-like. But officer, it's just a bit of yellow. Honestly, the world's gone mad. Next up, we're off to the good old US of A, Alabama to be precise. Land of the free, home of the brave, and apparently the sworn enemy of ice cream in your pocket. You heard me right, folks. In Alabama, it's against the law to walk around with ice cream in your pocket. But honestly, what kind of maniac keeps ice cream in their pocket anyway? It's just asking for trouble. Sticky, melty, trouser-ruining trouble. Let's hop over to the Philippines for this one. Karaoke capital of the world, some might say, but even they have their limits. There's a karaoke curfew. Yeah, you heard that right. No belting out Bohemian Rhapsody after a certain hour. Seems they had a problem with violence. Some folks take their karaoke very seriously. Next thing you know, it's flying microphones and shattered dreams. Honestly, can you blame them? It's a privilege, not a right. So you're in India and you fancy flying a kite. A lovely bit of string, a colourful bit of paper. Sounds delightful, right? You actually need a license for that. They call it an airspace violation. Imagine the paperwork. It's madness, I tell you. Complete and utter madness. You know what I love about a good holiday? A bit of culture, a nice plate of pasta, maybe a cheeky gelato. What I don't love is being dive-bombed by pigeons. Seems the Italians agree with me because feeding them is a big no-no. It's all about protecting their buildings. Can't have bird droppings ruining the Colosseum. Still, you'd think they'd worry about tourists with selfie sticks. All right, this one's a bit hard to believe. France, the land of fashion and romance. Until 2013, women couldn't wear trousers in public. Told you can't wear trousers because of your gender. It's like something out of the Dark Ages. And it was repealed only recently. This is the 21st century, not the Victorian era. Right, so we're in Texas, yeah? Land of cowboys, 10-gallon hats and absurdly polite criminals. You've got to give them a heads up, it's the law. Excuse me, sir. I'm legally obligated to inform you that I'm about to rob you. Next up, we're off to Arizona, the land of scorching deserts, and you guessed it, more bizarre laws. This time, it involves everyone's favorite prickly pals cacti. Apparently in Arizona, you can't just go around hacking away at these spiky wonders. It's actually illegal to cut down a cactus without permission from the state. Now, I can understand wanting to protect endangered species and all that, but cacti, what are they going to do? Chase you down the street, facing a hefty fine and a criminal record for cactus abuse? It's just ridiculous, innit? Leave the poor cacti alone. So there you have it. 25 ridiculous laws from around the world that'll leave you wondering what lawmakers were thinking. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe for more hilarious content from Laugh Lounge. See you next time.